Oh, bloody hell, I really
Shut
like
up!
her. Don't tell me
Listen,
shut up.
Stuart. I've got to do something. Cover up.
Why? Nobody knows.
Because if the old dear told Sam, she might have told somebody else. So who do you think's going to look bad when they find the body?
Oh, what are we going to do?
Shift her.
What?
Now!
Rumour has it you weren't quite the yes man they expected you to be.
So now they're going to sweep you under the mat, as it were. Where is that man? Very rude of him to stand you up like this.
Oh, I don't know. Rudeness seems to be a prerequisite in this neck of the woods. I wonder if you'd mind telling Mr. Colby I couldn't wait. I'll be at home if he wants me. Good night.
They tell me you haven't had a gargle for a while.
Forget it.
Don't blame you. Metho must be real rough. Tell me, you're the expert on the top shelf stuff. What does VSOP mean? That's right. Full unopened bottle. $50 and it's yours. But don't take too long. How is she?
Oh, God, no!
I feel like we're a couple of naughty school kids.
School was never like this. My only sin was a homemade cigarette behind the shelter sheds.
Myra! What's the matter? She's dead! Sam! She hung herself!
Oh, my God, where?
In my cell!
Get an officer quick.
Oh, Jim, no!
What are we going to do, Lou? I'm real scared. Drop it, will you? Everything will be all right as long as you keep your mouth shut. Now stop hanging around or they'll know something's up.
Gotta hand it to you, Mal. Party was a great idea.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? It was just what everyone needed.
Myra sure looked surprised, eh?
Oh, didn't she? I think we had a fool right up to the end. I think she thought we wanted a new top dog or something.
Sure did.
Yeah. Good news about Eddie, too, isn't it?
I hope she gets every cent of it. I'd sure want it after all those wasted years spent in here.
Yeah. Better give her a hand. Back in a sec.
Okay.
Hey, you're not cleaning up already, are you?
Oh, just clearing a few things away.
Well, a lady like you won't have to be doing that for much longer. When you're out of here, you'll be able to have servants of your own.
I suppose I can. Be nice to be able to buy all the things I can't afford now. Like a lovely china cabinet with all my special things in.
Yeah, you'll be able to have a room full of them if you want. Just think of the parties you'd be able to have.
Maybe I can have my own celebration ball and send out those gilt-edged invitations to everyone, especially to you and Myra. Makeup's not going to buy her a present now.
I reckon you'd probably make up for it by writing her out a cheque.
Yeah, I could do that. I could do that now. I've forgotten.
Oh, you know, it's like writing an IOU in a little book. Special.
Oh, yeah, I remember now. Dad used to write cheques.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. About time you turned up. Party was getting a bit dead without the guest of honour.
Yeah, well, the party's over, I'm afraid.
Oh, right.
Lexi, turn the radio off, will you? Sorry, folks, the party's finished.
What's up?
Sam Greenway, she's dead.
You can't be serious.
She hung herself.
Judy will be okay. Sister Hall's given her a sedative.
I hope so.
You better get to the rec room. Grant, are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you.
I think you better explain where you got that booze
I'm
from.
not about to explain anything to you, and if you don't mind, I think I will go back to the party.
Oh, no, you
Do
won't.
let
Now,
go
come
of
here.
me. What's going on, Mr. Critchley?
Do you know where Grant got this alcohol from?
No.
All right, Brady. Get back to the rec room and tell the others to stay there. Come on, you're going back to your cell. Now just sit down there. Oh, dear. Right, now don't touch anything, okay? I'll be back to deal with you in a minute.
Hello, Anne Reynolds speaking.
Anne, it's Meg. I'm afraid we've got problems.
What's wrong?
Sam Greenway has hanged herself.
Have you called the police?
Yes.
Right, I'll be there right away.
Not the happiest ending to your day.
Typical of this stinking place.
I just can't understand why the kid did it.
What's happening? What's wrong, Marlene?
Look, Sam's carked it. We're upset, okay?
What?
She hung herself, the stupid bitch.
I don't get it. Sam's hung herself. Jan's boozed to the eyeballs. For God's sake, what's going on in here?
All right, everyone. I want to know where Janice Grant got the brandy from. Oh, no. And where's the rest?
We know nothing about it, Mr. C.
Look, Myra, if there's one bottle floating around, there's bound to be more. Was Greenway drinking the stuff before she died?
No, she wasn't. She was drinking the same as the rest of us, that fizzy stuff that you were okay. She didn't touch any brandy.
Well, I hope for your sakes that's correct. If I find otherwise, Grant won't be the only one facing a charge.
Mrs. Reynolds is here. She wants to see Grant straight away. She's been sedated, but she won't stay in the infirmary. Marlene, look after her. Come on. I can't take her back to the dorm, Myra. The police haven't even finished in there yet.
Yeah, she'll be right with us, Mrs. B.
Thanks. God, what a dreadful night it's been.
Yeah.
Look, I'm all right.
To say I am disappointed in you would be an understatement. Why, with your background, would you do this?
Look, I'm sorry, but it isn't easy trying to cope in here. It was a party and I just felt like having a drink.
But you know it's against the rules. Who gave it to you?
No one.
So how did you get it in?
I didn't. Look, I don't think I'd better say anything more, but I am sorry.
All right, Grant, if that's the way it's going to be, I'll have to find out the hard way. All the prisoners will be punished, and you'll lose buy-up for another 4 weeks. But let me warn you, another infringement of the rules by you, and it'll be much more severe. Is that clear?
Yes, Mrs. Reynolds.
That's all, thank you, Mr. Cruikshank.
Right, Grant, let's go.
Why don't you get them to move you to another cell for tonight?
It doesn't make sense, Myra. I've been going over what Sam said to me, and I'm sure she was coming to grips with everything. Why would she kill herself?
Well, maybe her mother rejecting her like that meant more than we realised.
No, it hurt her, but she was beginning to understand why. God, she seemed happy enough. Didn't you see her when she came to your cell?
What are you talking about?
Eddie. Eddie told her that there was a present in your cell. She went to get it.
That was the last time you saw her?
Yes. Answer me this one, will you? Why would she be perfectly happy 1 minute and then just like that decide to kill herself?
You okay, Jude?
Oh, yeah, I'm all right, but I worried about it all night. I'm sure someone killed Sam. I'd like to know who.
If the cops find out, they'll be back, and then I'll handle it. How's Ju feeling now?
Oh, she's okay. She needs a bit of time on her own, that's all.
Yeah, well, I reckon she needs to move to another cell,
Yeah,
too.
Rabbit, look, Jan and the booze business, was there any at the party?
No, not that I know of. Oh, the bloody Okies can sniff it out.
Would Sam have got hold of any?
No! The only thing she had was the non-alcoholic stuff. Look, we don't know anything about the grog, Myra. Why don't you go and ask Jan? She's the one that screwed it up for the lot of us. Yeah, it's not fair. We use telly, telephone, everything.
Is that all you care about? Sam lost her life.
Sorry, Jude.
Look, Jude, we all feel bad about Sam, but I want to find out what was going on at the time. You must have paid a fortune for that brandy. Where'd you get it? I want some answers, lady. You owe it to all of us. Leave her alone, Myra. Can't you see she's not well? She's going to be a lot more unwell if I don't find out where she got
I
it.
found it. Now just leave me.
Well, it's not good enough, Grant.
Something wrong, Desmond?
Nothing I can't handle.
Miss Ferguson.
Good. Right, Mrs. Barry, all present. Give them their duties.
Yes, right, Miss Ferguson. Now, laundry, Desmond, Bryant, Patterson, Parslow, Kelly, Grant and Warren. Kitchen, Jenkins, Brody, Fisher and Kennedy. Print shop, Jones, Shaw, Corbett and Addison. That's it, ladies. Thank you.
Just a moment, Mrs. Barry. Jenkins and Warren, come with me.
What for?
Governor wants to see you. Now move. The rest of you get to work.
Staff room, Meg Morris. Oh, right, girl. Put him through, will you? Meg Morris here. Yes. Yes, I understand. Well, I can't get away until after 12, though. Right. Thank you.
More bad news?
It's happening all over again.
What is it?
Well, that was the police. They've picked up the second rapist. They want me to come in for an ID at lunchtime.
I'll come with you.
Oh, no, don't be silly. I'll be right.
Yeah, I know, but if I can change my shift around, I'd like to.
Thank you. You'd think I'd be able to cope by now, but
Hey, look, you'll be right. Now sit down and I'll make us a cuppa.
Thanks.
I'm giving you one last chance to speak up before all the women have to suffer. Now, I know about Ray's condition yesterday, and I know he brought brandy into the building. Since Grant wasn't on kitchen duty and you two were, I want to know who gave it to her. Warren?
I don't know anything about it, Mrs. Reynolds. I knew he was really upset, but I didn't know he had brandy here.
Jenkins?
Me neither, Mrs. Reynolds.
All right, then. The punishment still stands for all the women until the culprit owns up. That'll be all.
Mrs. Reynolds, about Sam.
Yes?
Can we go to the funeral?
I'm afraid not.
What about letting...
I'm sorry, Marlene. If the women want to send flowers, I'll arrange it.
Thank you.
Is that all, Governor?
Has Mr. Colby returned my call yet? I see. Well, keep trying until you get him, will you? It's urgent.
Judy, I was just packing Sam's things away. I didn't want you to have to bother.
Oh, thanks very much. What are you going to do with them?
Well, her sister's coming in to collect them later on.
Those 2 drawings of me. Do you mind if I keep them?
No. I'm sure that'll be all right.
Thanks.
You know, they're quite good, aren't they? What a waste, all that talent. Why is it that all the gifted ones always just seem to throw their lives away?
If they had a choice, they wouldn't, would they?
I suppose her mother's very upset.
Her mother? Her mother didn't give a damn about her. Sam broke out of here to see her mother because she thought she was dying. She knew she'd get extra time, but her mother wouldn't have a bar of her. That bitch doesn't deserve a daughter. Sam's a nice kid.
Come on, Judy.
I don't want to sleep in here tonight. Do you mind? Can you get me moved or something?
Yeah. Speak to Mrs. Reynolds right away.
Thanks.
There's no point in denying it, Mr. Colby. Your associates were most informative. And as for your generous offer of the new appointment, you know what you can do with it. No, I won't reconsider. Goodbye, Mr. Colby.
Have you got a moment?
Yes, come in.
Look, I don't like to ask you this, but is there any chance of having the rest of the day off? Something important's cropped up and, well, Joyce said she'd cover for me.
Yes, of course. Meg told me about the police phoning. I'm glad you're going with her.
Thanks.
Oh, before you go, have you heard any talk about Greenway's suicide amongst the women?
Well, only how upset they are. Why? What's wrong?
The coroner's found burn marks on their hands.
Well, sounds a bit odd. Do they know the cause?
Not yet. I suppose we'll find out shortly. Oh, and by the way, I'm sorry, but I've ruined any chance you had of stepping into my shoes here. I've withdrawn my resignation.
That's fantastic, Mrs. Reynolds. Well, now I can hang around and get the experience I need. Well, in case you ever change your mind.
I'm not sure how to take that.
How about we get a bit of work done, Janice? Oh, Judy, why don't you sit down, love? You look exhausted.
No, I'm all right. It upset me, that's all, seeing Mrs. Barry cleaning out Sam's things. Her sister's going to come and get them today.
No, I'm sorry. Someone else should have gone. Skip Judy.
No, I'm glad I went. At least I got to keep a couple of those little drawings. I wish I knew who the bitch was that killed her.
You don't think anyone tried to kill her, do you, love? I remember talking to her at the party, and then she left to go and get something.
Yes, Eddie. Judy said that you gave her a message.
Yeah, I think it was about one of your presents. Maybe it was from Sam.
No, Sam had already given me hers.
Oh, yeah, a lovely picture. Must have been from somebody else,
For
then.
God's sake, Eddie. Try and remember, this is important.
Yes, I know it is. I just can't think what it was, though.
It's probably got nothing to do with it anyway.
It's got everything to do with it. Now, nobody knows better than I do how upset Sam was. She had problems with her mother, but she was getting over them. I'm telling you, she was going to be okay.
Yeah. Well, there are a lot of good actresses around here.
She wasn't acting.
So what do you call her attempt with the palette knife? Pretending?
Ah, sorry, mate. Slipped. Yeah, well, we're getting used to your slip-ups, Burke. Just like your last little attempt. Yeah, well, it would have worked if you hadn't panicked and warned everyone we'd been out of here by now.
Oh, really? You were planning on taking us with you, were you, Frank?
Well, wouldn't that have been cosy? And, where were you thinking of letting us off, Frank?
We're going to be in here for a long time together, Frank.
Especially now your two mates are out of action. Yeah, but you're not off the hook yet, McRae. I've still got a score to settle with you. Yeah, that's right. You better take care of darling Myra, because I'm going to get even with her.
Thanks for that. I know it wasn't easy. But come through and sit down.
Thanks.
Mulhere will be charged with assault and rape, but I'm afraid you'll have to appear in court. It'll be the same procedure as last time.
Well, isn't the positive ID enough? And don't you have other charges to lay on him without Mrs. Morris having to go through all that again?
Oh, you'll go for the housebreaking and theft we nabbed him for, but well, that only gets him a couple of years.
And that's not nearly enough. No, there's no way he's going to be allowed to get away with it.
You're sure?
I'm positive.
Oh, I need to talk to you soon.
After lunch.
Oh, God, what's happened to Twinkle Toes today? This stuff's only fit for the garbage can.
Word has it that he's got a sore head as well.
Guess what?
We're eating dead cat.
Ray didn't cook this. The girls told me he ran from the building in tears.
Oh, the poor lad. Hope he didn't get a telegram. It's a dreadful way to hear bad news.
He didn't get a telegram, Ed. Reno had a go at him for drinking on the job.
She sacked him?
Oh, no, she wouldn't have sacked him. I mean, cooks are too hard to find these days. He must have been transferred to the front. Oh, what a brave lad.
Something wrong with the food, Brian? Now, come on, Patterson. Just because Brian here's lost her little cellmate, there's no need for you to go hungry. And sit on your chair properly. You're not in your slummy squat now.
Oh, this is bloody awful. Who's in the kitchen?
Certainly not your puffy friend, Desmond. You won't be seeing him again, and nor will you be seeing any more handouts from the kitchen.
I could cook better than this with my eyes shut.
Volunteering, Warren?
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Jenkins? I'll talk to you. What for? Not as if you didn't know.
I don't. Really, I don't.
The grog. You stole it from Ray and sold it to Janice, didn't you?
No. Did she say them lies?
She doesn't have to. You've got guilt written all over your face. You're going to pay.
Just let me show you to your table. Thank you.
Thanks.
Hey, you're wasted away on this stuff.
No, I'm not very hungry.
No, of course not. I'd take my hat off to you, Meg. You're one hell of a strong lady.
Oh, come off it. I'm not that strong. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking of leaving the unit. Getting away from all the nightmares.
Oh, there's nothing weak in that. It's a good idea. Where are you planning to move to?
I don't know. Don't really care as long as it's different.
You fancy a bit of company when you go looking?
Come on, it's boring.
No, it isn't. Oh, I've got the rest of the afternoon off, so why don't we go and look at a few places now?
Well, it does sound inviting.
Good. At least it'll keep me on the streets instead of sitting at home writing letters I can't address.
Still no word about where Heather is?
No.
None.
I never got round to thanking you for the party. It was a lovely thought.
Turned a bit sour though, eh?
Hey, that wasn't your fault. Thanks.
Ma, feeling a bit better today?
Yes, thanks.
Anything wrong?
Burke. He's just threatened to get even with us. I want you to be careful.
I can handle him.
All right, everyone, pay attention.
Mrs. Reynolds, is it true you're leaving?
No, it's not.
My goodness, but
I said quiet.
I just have to tell you that the police will be here shortly to question you all.
What for?
Samantha Greenway's murder. The coroner's report shown that she didn't die of hanging. Now, the police will be questioning all of you, including the men. That'll be all, thank you.
You keep your mouth shut. You know nothing, understand? I know.
Who'd want to kill her, Mara? And why?
Perhaps they didn't. Whatever that message was that Eddie can't remember, it involved getting something from my cell. Sam went there when she wasn't supposed to. I have a feeling that it was a birthday surprise meant for me.
Geez, who would want to kill Sam? She never hurt anyone.
Yeah, well. Reckon we should be in for a good tucker now, eh, Lexi?
Wouldn't bank on it. She can't even make a good cup of coffee.
I can so!
What are we in for? Cordon bleu or black in your case?
Oh, very funny. Wait till tonight.
Sorry I can't help peeling spuds and stuff.
Oh, that's okay. Lex and Jan help me.
Good. We'll get rid of her, eh? No TV, no phone calls. Drunken bitch!
Come on, let's go.
Good luck, Mal.
Thanks. See ya.
Okay, Mal. Take care.
Copy later, sweetheart. Leave it to me. I'll find out.
It's got something to do with it. I just know it.
See you later.
What do you reckon, Eddie? Food going to improve?
Don't talk to me about food. I'm that worried I couldn't eat a thing.
What do you got to be worried about?
I mean, it was all my fault. I told Sam to go and get that present for Myra.
You're in the clear. You just passed on the message.
Yeah, I suppose.
And who gave you the message?
I don't know.
Come on, Eddie. You've got to do something about that memory of yours. It was Frank. Remember? It was Frank who told you to tell Sam about the prison in Myra's cell.
Yeah, it was Frank, I suppose.
Good. And don't forget now.
No.
Shaky world you got there. Nervous, are you? Bugger off! No, I've been thinking, Matt.
Yeah?
Who would want to kill Sam?
Come up with an answer?
They'd have to be strong to string her up like that.
Yeah, guess you're right.
What are you getting at? Pretty girl like that. Right up your street, I'd say. Oh, not me. You're way off beam. She was never my type.
Why? Female, wasn't she, Frank?
Knock your back, did she?
Huh?
Well, it makes sense, doesn't it? I wouldn't tell the cops that. I'll never believe you if you're record. Oh, don't worry. I don't grass. The police will be onto you by now. What makes you think that? Oh, look at the way it's all stacking up. I mean, there's your form and the escape attempts. That had nothing to do with it. Yeah, but all pieces in the jigsaw. You know the way the cops work. Yeah, they'll have all the pieces together soon.
You're talking crap.
I reckon he'll get life when that all comes out.
Police?
Do you want me to go to work on your fish?
I suppose the police will want to see us soon.
Yep, we'll all have to face them.
All we've got to do is tell the truth. Hey, Eddie?
I hate talking to cops. Always makes me feel guilty. I get all nervous inside.
Oh, we don't want that. Do we, Alice?
Oh, no. What's up with her? You reckon she knows something?
Nope. I think it's just me. I bawled her out for supplying that grog to Jan. Kelly might know something, though.
You talking to me?
Just saying you could be a suspect.
Oh, lay off.
Well, you had a run-in with Sam. That's motive enough for the cops, isn't it, Jude?
Yep. But I was in the rec room the whole time Sam was away. Isn't that right, Brian?
Yeah, I guess you were.
So it couldn't have been me. But if it's motives you're looking for...
Who were you thinking of fingering?
No, I don't lag. But I know someone who had the hots for Sam. She knocked him back. He didn't like that.
Well, who might that be?
Frank Burke. And we all know what he's like.
Oh, he was the one that gave me the message.
What message?
About your present.
You sure?
Well, I think it was him.
Judy, the police want to see you now.
Chin up, love.
All right if I go to the toilet, Mrs. Barry?
All right, but make it quick.
Frank Burke.
Oh, don't do that. Thought you were a screw coming to take me to see the cops.
Yet, relax.
Jeez, Lou, I know I'm going to say all the wrong things.
No, you won't. What if you do what I tell you?
Oh, it's all right for you. You've been...
Listen. This is what you got to say. We were together the whole time, right? We don't know anything about Greenway. She wasn't a friend of ours.
Oh, if we say that, we'll be in...
But she wasn't an enemy either. So we can't help the cops, because we've got nothing to tell them.
Yeah, but what about Desmond? She's already been on to me about
Forget
the
it.
brandy, and I know I'll say
Shut up!
nothing.
Nothing's going to go wrong. Just stay cool. I'll look after you. Yeah. All right?
We helped her as much as we could, I suppose. She was pretty upset about her mother's
Yeah,
reaction.
Brian told me about that. So you said that Greenway was depressed when she was returned here.
Yeah, but she seemed to pull herself together pretty quickly.
She well liked?
Yeah.
By everyone?
Oh, come on, you know what it's like. Everybody doesn't get on with everybody.
Yeah, but do you have any enemies? I mean, did anything particular happen before this business?
No, just the usual. But I don't know who her enemies were.
What do you mean by usual?
Some of her drawings were torn up, some of her art stuff was stolen.
Nothing happened to her personally.
No, not that I know of.
How'd she get on with the men?
Fine.
What about McRae?
Why him in particular?
Well, he helped her build the robot, didn't he?
Oh, that you.
And that's how she escaped.
Look, he knew nothing about that. None of us did.
Maybe not, but she must have been pretty grateful. She couldn't have built it on her own. He helped her. Maybe she was very grateful.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Grateful enough to come across with some special favours?
No. Oh, I don't think so. No, none of that was going on. No. Perhaps if you told us how she died, we might be able to help you more.
Oh, it's possible. You must be wondering why we're taking all the electrical equipment out of your cells.
Yeah, we were.
Greenway was electrocuted. Contact point was through the hands.
So the hanging was a put-on?
Put on. She was hung up there after she was killed, and by someone with considerable strength, I might add.
Oh, what a shame. That place was perfect.
Oh, it was pretty good.
Yes, and so was the price. I felt such a fool when I thought the rent they were quoting was for a month instead of a week.
Oh, it'll be tough you weren't to know. Rents have really shot up over the last few years.
The people renting my place will be laughing. I should have asked for more. Right, any more on the list?
Last one. Doesn't look too bad either. The rent's about right.
Well, let's hope it's it then, eh?
Well, you seem to have everything under control here, Marlene. Let me know if you need any extra help.
Thanks, Mrs. Barry, but I'll be right, I can cope.
Good.
I don't know why you're so confident.
Got everything worked out.
Oh, these bloody onions are making me mascara. Well, I've never cooked for this many people before, but I do know one thing. Meat takes longer to cook than vegetables, and if you put them on at the same time...
Look,
Marlene,
there's heaps more veggies than meat, right? So it's all going to work
you
out.
make the gravy after you've roasted the meat. You can use the juice
Excuse me, Jan, but I'm in charge here and we'll do it my way, right?
Well, don't say I didn't warn you.
Besides, it's all your fault that we're in here in the first place. If you hadn't been on the grog, Ray would still be here.
Suit yourself. Look, ease up, Mal. She's right, you know. Even I know that.
Look, don't you start. I'm in charge here and this meal's going to be ready on time or my name's not Warren.
Well, I knew it. Poor kid. Electrocuted.
Yeah, and then hanged.
So all we got to do now is find out who did it and make them pay.
Have they any idea who did it?
Well, if they have, they're not telling me. Okay. Let's get back to work. Grace sure gave me something to think about.
Such as?
Such as, it seems that I was the target, not Sam.
How do you figure that?
That message about the present was meant for me.
Oh, my God. Sam got it by mistake.
Yeah. And according to Eddie, Frank Burke was the one that gave her that message.
Bastard.
Probably worked it all out while he was in solitary.
Well, he'd have it in for you after all that branding business. Haven't you got anything better to do, Kelly?
What's it to you?
Been earwigging, eh?
No crime in that.
You'd know, wouldn't you?
Listen, Desmond, I just wish I'd thought of Frank's plan first. Because I'd have made sure it had worked.
No,
bitch.
Jude. She might still be involved. Right now, it's Frank Burke that we've got to think about.
Of course, it's not often a flat like this comes onto the market. What was that, sir?
I said I wasn't surprised.
You're right there. I mean, in this neighbourhood and at this price, you won't find many vacant.
What about the carpets and the paintwork?
Oh, no worries there. The owners won't object to any renovations you might want to do.
See?
You two been married long?
No, we're looking...
This is going to be your first place, eh? Couldn't have picked a better.
We're not married.
I get the picture. Say no more.
I don't think you do. I'm going to be on my own. When do you want your decision?
Ah, well, there's a lot after a top-class place like this, you know. Your application will be processed with the others. The owners will look at your references and other considerations. Then they'll decide who they want.
Understand?
Look, I'll just pop outside. You two have a think about it, eh?
Oh, yuck.
Come on, lass, you're so dumb. You wouldn't be seen dead in it.
Gotta have somewhere to live.
No, this isn't it. We'll find a place for you. Come on, let's go. Very nice.
Hi. Something wrong?
No, nothing.
You looking for someone?
No. Well, yeah, I'm scared. Look, I've never been trapped in a place like this with murderers. And why would anyone hurt Sam? What'd she do?
Nothing. Oh, I know it doesn't make any sense. I think she was killed by accident.
But that's just as bad. God, we're in here for punishment, not to be picked off. Why are we fighting amongst ourselves?
Boredom, the system, who knows? People don't get murdered every day. It's not always as bad as this. Come at a rotten time, that's all. You see, in here, Sheila, emotions can run pretty high. You cross someone, they pay you back. But believe me, no one's after you. You've got nothing to worry about.
But the police want to question me.
Ah, standard procedure. They question everyone.
But I was in my room the whole time. I didn't see or hear anything. They wouldn't think I did it, would they?
They're looking for a motive. You haven't got one, have you?
Well, I couldn't hurt anyone.
Exactly. So believe me, you've got nothing to worry about, okay?
Thanks.
I've got to get back to work. Hey, where's that smile you were wearing yesterday?
Thanks, Mara. See you.
Bye.
I know that, but murder's not my game. Look at me record.
Seen your bloody record. It's nothing to write home about, is it?
Not my fault.
Yeah, it's not your fault you got a burn on your forehead, I suppose.
Just an accident, that's all.
You fancy the girls, don't you, Burke?
Nothing wrong with her.
Nothing wrong with that if you don't rape them. That's why you're inside.
I got led on.
Led on like the Greenway girl.
I never touched
you
her.
You fancied her and she didn't fancy you.
No.
You didn't like it, you lost control and you bloody killed her.
No, it wasn't me. She was McCrae's property.
What are you going to tell me about, eh?
Look, I don't like the grass.
No. But, you're going to, aren't you?
I stayed away from her. I could see McCrae have a hot for her. But after the escape, when she came back, she turned her back on him. Didn't want to know him.
Go on.
Yeah, well, you know what it's like inside.
No. Tell me.
Well, McCrae got the idea she was having it off with one of her women. Bloke doesn't like to think his bird's having it off with another bird.
What are you getting at?
Well, don't take too much to figure it out. I mean, no one saw him around for the time of the accident.
Is that so?
Yeah. And I mean, he's done it before, hasn't he? I mean, he did his wife in when she tried to leave him, didn't he?
On your bike.
Okay, Inspector.
Haven't had much luck, have we?
Oh, don't worry. Tomorrow's another day.
And no guarantee it'll get any better.
No, don't say that. Do you fancy a cup of coffee? Or perhaps a bite to eat later? Take your mind off things.
No thanks, Dan. I'm just not in the mood.
Okay, I understand.
And I've got a lot of things to sort out at home. I may have to get out quickly. I mean, the agent said it'd be easy to let. Oh, I just wish I knew where I was going.
Meg, you know I must be off my head. There's a flat going in my block.
Is there?
Aye, certainly a lot better than the one we just seen. And need a bit of work on it, though.
Well, that doesn't matter. Can we have a look at it?
Aye, sure.
Lex, have a look at the beans, will ya?
Oh, I told you 2 hours was too long.
Give us a butcher's. Oh, I told you to look after them.
You told me to polish the spoons and forks.
And watch the veggies.
2 bloody hours.
Would have been all right if you'd have done what I said.
About as right as your attempt at gravy.
You haven't got a clue, have you? Oh, well, let's see if we can find some salad for the poor bugger.
Right, now you know where they go.
Right, Mrs. Berry.
And McRae, there's a broken trolley in the kitchen that needs fixing, all right?
I'll get that, Mrs. Barry.
Oh, we'll take it through to the workshop when you're finished here, okay?
Sure. How's it all going in there?
As well as could be expected.
I knew Marlene would do a good job.
Oh no, the bloody beet's burnt too.
Never could stand rare beef.
Oh, hope you like salad. Looks like all you'll be getting tonight.
I'm not much of a cook, am I?
We all have to start somewhere.
I wanted it to be perfect. I wanted them to all think that I wasn't completely stupid.
Well, you're not. Just cut off the burnt bits. See what's left.
Reckon?
We'll try. Anyway, like it'd be daft to want to marry a girl just for her cooking. What do you reckon?
Might save some, I suppose.
No. It's about us getting hitched.
Doesn't look too bad from the outside.
No, it looks fine. Well, let's go in.
Right.
Not much to shout about, really, is it? All those stairs to climb, too. Oh, I didn't think you'd be taken with it, really. Well, look, I'm sure there are lots of other places if you just keep looking long enough.
Stop worrying, Dennis. I like it.
Do you?
Yes, but
What?
if I do take it, I'll be just another neighbour, right?
Sure.
I mean, we've both got our own lives to lead.
Don't worry. I'll keep out of your hair.
Well, then that settles it. I'll take it.
Right then, neighbour. Well, let's nip downstairs and I'll shout you a coffee.
Oh, it doesn't seem right.
What doesn't?
The cop's giving Sheila a hard time.
Oh, come on. It's the same for all of us.
Yeah, but she wouldn't be involved.
Oh, they've got to question everyone, Eddie. It's the only way to get at the truth.
I suppose it's for our war effort.
What is?
Taking our electrical gadgets away.
Oh, my God. Does that mean we're not going to be able to make coffee?
That's right. I'm going to fill up with tea at dinner time.
You do that. How do you reckon Marlene's getting on in the kitchen?
We'll soon find out.
Jeff, got something to tell you.
Yeah, what's that?
Can I have a word with you, Jeff?
Yeah, sure, what's up?
Burke.
Ray, I want to see you now.
Yeah, right, Mrs. Berry. Well, see you later.
What are you looking so happy about?
No point being miserable. Could be happier, but
How's that?
if you'd snuffed it instead of a girl. Still, not to worry. Your turn will come. Same goes for your boyfriend.
Not unless you cop it first. You still in on it? Getting rid of that bastard?
Oh, you bet. What about Kelly?
Oh, she seems eager to put the boot in.
Maybe she's got her own score to settle with him.
Yeah, but can we trust her? She's never wanted to join forces before.
I don't know. You never know with that bitch, do you?
Yeah. I'll go and have a word with her while the coast is clear.
So, you had nothing to do with the attempted escape, eh?
You mean Burke's or Greenway's?
Burke's.
No, I didn't know anything about that.
Get on all right with Burke, did you?
All right.
Everyone else?
I think so.
What about the female members of this establishment? Any special favourites?
No, we're just all in together.
All in together. All in together. But one very nearly wasn't. Eh?
What do you mean?
Well, deceased. Yeah.
I don't.
You and she were pretty close?
I wouldn't say that.
Well, you helped her escape.
Not
We helped her build that robot.
Yeah.
And that's how she escaped.
Look, I don't know anything about that.
Come on, McRae, you helped build the bloody robot so she could escape. Why don't you give us some honest answers?
Look,
for
I
a
helped
change?
to build the robot, and that's all.
That's all, is it? That's all. That's all. She was an attractive girl. Must be pretty hard for a healthy man in a place like this for a long time, eh? Surrounded by all those women.
Yeah.
And you liked her, and she reciprocated.
Look, there was nothing
And
like
then when
that.
she came back, she rejected you and went off with a bloody woman.
Where the hell did you get all this?
I get it. It stacks up here, McRae. It stacks up against you. What about your wife? What did you do about her when she decided to leave?
Come on, this is
Come on, where were you at the time of Greenway's death, eh? Well,
I can't answer that.
what do you mean you... I'll come in. Here, hang up there, hang up there. I won't- Well, McRae, why don't we all relax and you take it from the top, eh?
I just know they're onto us.
They haven't come for us, have they?
Not yet.
Then they believed us. We're in the clear.
Desmond believed it, didn't she? She believes that Frank told her about it. Not me.
Are you sure? Because I'm not going on a murder rap for you or no one. Hell, I didn't want to kill Sam.
But it's all working out.
Our way. No one's going to connect it with us.
I hope you're right.
You better believe it. And next, Burke's going to get the bashing of his life and we'll be there to help. And all our troubles will be over. Mind if I come in?
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too when morning comes around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing all the love we'd known, till I had to face the nightmare of waking up alone. On the inside the roses grow, they don't mind the stony ground, but the roses here are prisoners too when morning comes around.